Hello guys, welcome back to a very quick video. Today I'm going to be repotting something. I was recently at Walmart and I didn't actually know that they did this because usually they just sell little Venus flytraps in circles, but today I found this hexagon with a pitcher plant inside of it that I don't actually know the exact species. They did not tell me on the box or anything, but it looks like it could be Sarracenia bugbat, because I'm looking at the shape of the plant. Either way, for those who do know, I lost all of my Venus flytrap collection last year due to an extremely cold winter that was unexpected. So I saw this and I'm like, that's a perfect opportunity to grow my collection and start getting back some of the pitcher plants that I lost as well, because I'm doing well on Venus flytraps. Cobra lilies, I have something in plan with them that I have not uploaded yet. Nepenthes doing great, as you guys may have seen in the YouTube shorts. Drosera as well. Everything's doing great. So all I needed were these, and it's perfect that this happened to come in here. So what I'm just gonna do is, obviously, because it's a Walmart plant, this does not have a big enough pot at all. You can actually see very, very beautiful pictures on the plant. Look at that. And it does appear to have many baby plants as well. So I'm not going to separate them yet, because usually when things happen like this where there are lots of baby plants, they are often not actually independent and still require the other plants to kind of like nurture them and feed from them, so that once they're big enough they can be independent plants and branch off. So I'm kind of ripping into the sphagnum moss here. I'm gonna try and make this a quick video, as quick as I can, because I'm very anxious. Now this is a Walmart plant again, so that means they do not give these at dormancy at all. But at this point, it's already February. I don't see any point in putting it into dormancy, because if it's already been growing all winter in the warm conditions, it could actually get harm from having a month of cold winter air, because it's not stimulated. It never stimulated dormancy. So I do not want to hurt it. It's like you have to be very careful with these fragile plants. So I'm going to try putting this into this pot here. It's just slightly bigger, and then there's also other pots that I could always plant it into if I ever need to. Make sure that's in the frame. So yeah, I'm kind of just massaging the bottom of the pot here with my hands, gently trying to get everything out. I actually have no idea. There we go. Seems like the pot was actually stuck. So there is one little root that is very goofy here. This is one tiny root sticking out, so I guess that means that these do need to be repotted. Whoa. Look at that. Peat moss. That is terrible. Look at that. They wrap these plants. Excuse me. They wrap these plants into like a cloth that prevents them from growing out too much, which is not very good, actually, at all. So I'm going to rip this. I'm going to try and zoom in on my phone here a little bit, so you guys actually see what's happening. The roots are through the cloth, which is not very good. Gently slide. It's very hard to be gentle with these roots when there is cloth, some weird cloth stuff. Look at that. That is terrible for them. See, I accidentally nicked some of the roots. I'm gonna zoom back out. Actually try and get a better zoom in of the pot while I'm repotting this. So I am recording on my phone today. Oh no, I'm at point blank range right now with a Nerf gun. Alright, so just like this, perfect, beautiful little plant. And for the aesthetic purposes, I actually do really like the look of peat moss, but I find in my cases that sphagnum moss works better. Like on the Nepenthes too, I'll put sphagnum moss with a rock layer of drainage, and it's amazing. But since I have a little bit of peat moss here, I'm going to put it over the surface because I really like the aesthetic reasons. It just looks, because it really makes the plant pop rather than it bear up against the moss. Now, I probably should have taken that bare root opportunity to trim off the dead leaves, but then again, I can always do that. There appears to be that there is a main plant, one or two bigger plants, and then the rest of them have smaller pitchers. What I find really weird about these is that these Rocket Farm plants were grown from seed, but for some reason they grow really fast. So you can see tons of little tiny pitchers even on the big plant, and then there are like 2 or 3 big pitchers overall in this whole pot, and that's like really weird. So it's like, and then they take them out of the pot of seedlings, put them in this weird mesh net, and sell them to other businesses and companies. So it's like you see these at the store, and it's immediately, which one will be living today? Which one will I take home and keep alive? Because they don't actually get treated very well there. It's like if plant abuse was a thing, because animal abuse is a thing, plant abuse was a thing, which I think there is, that would definitely be plant abuse. Trying to fill in everything and make it even. I want the roots very packed in there. Pretty firm, decently firm at least. I did put in too much sphagnum moss, but there's always like pots of a plant that I can always put that into that works. Again with my coughing. Excuse me. So yeah, I'm going to take the peat moss and I'm going to start spreading it over as a layer. So it does look nice with smaller plants. So there we go. It's almost like sculpting the soil. Now, as you can see, despite this plant being of decent size, it was in such a small pot, and in the mesh, it really limited its rooting space. So my guess is this plant is not going to do very well this spring immediately. It could take off during the summer, but usually they take a little while to recover. Like, I always find with Walmart Venus flytraps that once I pot them up, it's like, meh, it's okay, they're doing alright, and then they totally die back, almost completely die back. But I never throw them out because I always know that that's their recalibration. They kind of retreat everything back into their rhizome for energy, reroot, and then they send up everything in the next spring or in the fall. to get some energy for the winter. So my guess is that's going to happen with this plant too. It's not going to grow anything new. There's not much light too where they are, so usually the growing pitchers right now appear to be very frail and they don't look like they would go anywhere. But what happens is they die back and then they shoot up and they're amazing. Like everything is beautiful, deep red coloring. Try and pack some underneath there too. And these pictures are really soft and flappy, which tells me that these weren't watered very well too. Let me get a little bit more peat moss. Fill in this last little crack here. Just like that. Placing it over all of the different moss. Hide everything. Actually gonna turn it around. Put a little peat right there. Here too. And yeah, actually I think that does it. It's a very, very beautiful plant. I mean, you might not be able to hear it in my voice, but I'm like absolutely stoked. I'm so happy that this plant is alive. Like, that I ran into this. I was like, well, the best thing I could get at Walmart right now is another Venus flytrap, which I don't really need. So I was like, everyone's going, so I tag along on the trip and I run into this. And it's like total score. I'm gonna zoom out here and actually take the phone real quick. Look at that. Get these really nice shots of this plant. It almost looks like there's purpurea in there. Like in this hybrid. It's very obviously a hybrid. There is no species of plant that looks like this. It looks like flava purpurea or something. Like, you can really see the purpurea in the veins. Look at that. The pictures are also very dirty. They're covered in like hair. There we go. Oh, there's some right there. I don't want to rip them because they're super fragile plants. Especially when you've just found it in a Walmart supercenter. I'll do that. Like, look how flimsy that is. Like, I'm barely touching it and the whole thing is sculpting together. It's almost like paper. Like, put some right there. So yeah, I think that would be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, maybe even learned something from this. But hopefully this winter it will start to recalibrate itself, regrow a little bit. So, my finger was in the camera. So yeah, like I said, hopefully this spring it starts to reroot. I'm very excited for this summer because we have like all of these things too, like these pictures coming in, massive plants, all of that. Forgot to mention, quick update here. I'll probably make a separate YouTube short off of this plant. This is a basil shoot cutting from this plant, the mother plant, that I put in water and it grew roots. So I potted it up and it's like, it's gorgeous. I'm loving it. So yeah, look at that. That's not a McDonald's promotion, by the way. I don't get sponsored. Look at that. So yeah, please leave a like and subscribe. I'm probably gonna put this in its own water dish. Maybe even now. See. Stickers, okay. I don't know why that's there. So yeah, this is my new pitcher plant. Tell me what you guys think. Maybe if some of you guys have this plant and you know what it is, go ahead and tell me. Look at the Lady Luck and Rafflesia in the background. Look at that. Alrighty. Again, leave a like and subscribe. Go check out some of the other videos, maybe some of the posts that I've made about some of the plants that I've got. And I'll see you in the next video. Alright guys, bye.